All right, so the weekend's here, of course, and there are plenty of things going on centered on mom this weekend, but other things happening around town, too.
It's time for the Good Day Weekend Rundown. Chocolate lovers head to Findlay tomorrow. The Downtown Chocolate Tour is a Sweet Spring fundraiser for the United Way of Hancock County. Patrons visit participating shops and restaurants to collect chocolatey treats while taking advantage of special sales and promotions. The event is tomorrow from 11 to 3 in Findlay.
And visit the Roaring 20s and get your libations at a Bark Easy tomorrow from 7 to 10. Paws and Pearls is a fundraiser for BG Dog Parks. Enjoy drinks and snacks at the Lincoln House in BG Saturday evening.
Central Catholic High School takes you to 1962 Baltimore and the Corny Collins Show. The school's 97th spring musical is Hairspray. Performances are tonight and tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday at 2 at the Valentine Theater.
And another musical opens this weekend. We saw this one yesterday. It opens in Adrian, Michigan at the Croswell Opera House, presenting a global phenomenon popular for the past 50 years. Jesus Christ Superstar is part of the Croswell's 160th anniversary. The show runs this weekend and next weekend.
The Toledo Mud Hens, under interim manager Mike Hessman, are home all weekend, taking on the Memphis Redbirds. The game is tonight at 7:05, tomorrow 5:05, Sunday afternoon 2:05.
Cool. Gonna be Mud Hens games going on, and the biggest week in American birding is underway.
Yeah, it just kicked off today. Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers.
The biggest week in American birding is finally here, and it is going to send thousands of people flocking to the shores of Lake Erie, really right at the peak of the bird migration season that has now reached into northern Ohio. That typically begins in the first week of May and extends several weeks through the middle to end of May. Now, it is going to be a little on the cooler side for Friday. Highs back into the 60s. Any spotty rain showers likely to stay south of our lakeshore areas. As we look toward warmer conditions, that's going to be arriving as we go toward the middle of May, which could send temperatures at or above average, warming back through the 70s. The biggest week in American birding, a big deal across Northwest Ohio. We're so excited to welcome thousands of people here to Northwest Ohio as that annual bird migration picks up through the month of May.
Yes, and you were just telling us earlier that there's been millions of birds?
It depends on each night's weather pattern, but if we have even a little bit of a southerly wind, like last night across Ohio, we had over 3 million migrating birds. That's estimated based on what we can see on radar. Look at these numbers. Last night, over 2 million birds across Michigan and Indiana. Look at that with more favorable southerly wind. 12 million migrating birds were estimated last night. And just to put it in perspective, average, because we're pretty much at the peak right now, if we get a day like later next week with a southerly wind, these numbers in Ohio are going to be like 7 to maybe 15 million in a single night. Could be crossing Ohio.
Crazy. I mean, but so I love that they take a little rest here. They're like, oh, I can't quite make it over the lake yet. I'm gonna take a little rest and then take off. That's really cool because we have seen you guys talk about radar and birds picking up on the radar. So
and that's how they track them. If at night, if we have like a full moon or you look up at the moon with binoculars or a telescope, you will be able to see birds because they're usually a couple thousand feet up in the air taking advantage of those winds coming through.
Very cool.